Saudi Arabia home to vast oil wealth, towering skyscrapers, and a rich history seems like a world apart. But what if life inside this kingdom is nothing like what the media tells us? In this video, we'll peel back the layers of Saudi Arabia's complex society. Let's dive in. Number 19. A land of extremes. The country is predominantly covered by the Rub al Khali, the world's largest sand desert, where temperatures can soar above 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Despite the harsh climate, Bedouin tribes have lived there for centuries, preserving traditions that remain central to Saudi culture today. In stark contrast to the arid desert, the southwest region of Saudi Arabia features cooler, mountainous areas like Abha, where agriculture thrives and lush greenery offers a beautiful juxtaposition to the surrounding desert landscape. These extremes are not just geographic but also reflect the balance of tradition and modernity within Saudi society. This balance between the old and the new is also reflected in how Saudis approach their culture and religion. How does this influence their daily lives? Number 18. Religion and culture. Islam is the dominant religion in Saudi Arabia, and its influence permeates every aspect of life. The country is home to the two holiest cities in Islam, Mecca and Medina, and millions of Muslims travel to Saudi Arabia annually for the Hajj pilgrimage. This religious significance shapes the nation's cultural norms and legal system. While the country is modernizing in many ways, many Saudis still live by traditional customs rooted in Islamic values. Public life is deeply intertwined with religious practices, including daily prayers and the observance of Ramadan. These traditions play a significant role in the social fabric of Saudi Arabia, where respect for religion and culture is a guiding principle. Do you think Saudi Arabia's religious traditions will evolve as the country modernizes, or will they remain unchanged? Why? Comment and chat with me. Number 17. The changing role of women in Saudi society. One of the most significant changes in Saudi Arabia in recent years is the increased empowerment of women. In the past, women faced strict limitations on their freedoms, but in recent years, the government has introduced reforms aimed at granting women more rights. Women can now drive, attend sports events, and participate more actively in the workforce. However, gender equality remains a work in progress, and many challenges still exist, such as the need for greater representation in leadership roles and a more inclusive approach to societal norms. Despite these hurdles, Saudi women are increasingly shaping the future of the nation. Before exploring the next part, I have a special 10-second request for all of you listening. If you can help me in any way, just hit the notification bell and hit that subscribe button. It helps this channel so much. And if you do that, I will do everything I can to make this show even better for you. Deal? Number 16. Saudi Arabia's fascinating transformation. Launched in the year 2016 by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, Saudi Arabia's Vision Year 2030 aims to reduce the country's reliance on oil and diversify its economy. The ambitious plan is already reshaping the nation, with mega projects like NEOM, the Line, and the Red Sea project taking shape. These initiatives transform the country's infrastructure, boost tourism, and create new job opportunities. In the year 2023, Saudi Arabia's non-oil economy grew by 5.9%, a significant milestone signaling progress. The country is also becoming a major hub for international events and expanding its entertainment sector. However, questions remain about whether all Saudis feel the benefits of this transformation, particularly those from less privileged backgrounds. While women have gained more freedoms, full gender equality is still a work in progress, and the balance between modernization and tradition remains a challenge. As Saudi Arabia charges ahead with its Vision 2030, the question remains, will the rapid pace of change truly benefit all its citizens, or will some groups be left behind in the country's pursuit of modernity? And speaking of transformations, how does the country's demographic mix impact its future? Number 15. Population. Saudi Arabia's population reflects a unique demographic blend, with expatriates making up over a third of the nation's residents. Many of these expats come from Asian countries, including India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and the Philippines, and are often employed in roles essential to the nation's economy, particularly in construction, domestic work, and service industries. According to recent government data, as of the year 2024, approximately 60% of Saudi Arabia's workforce consists of expatriate laborers, whose presence plays a vital role in shaping the country's multicultural landscape. This international influence is visible in the diverse culinary offerings found across Saudi cities, where one can find affordable dishes from nearly every corner of the globe, from South Asian curries to Filipino specialties. Number 14. Hospitality and community culture. Saudi Arabia's culture of hospitality permeates daily life, embodying a communal spirit that surprises many visitors. At gas stations, attendants often offer free cold water and tissues to customers, reflecting a cultural emphasis on kindness, especially in the desert heat. This hospitality extends to places of gatherings, where many mosques provide free refreshments like buttermilk and bread, with some even stocking unlocked refrigerators for anyone in need. Community support also thrives through neighborhood initiatives, like communal fridges where residents donate food for those in need, fostering a discreet, stigma-free way to access essentials. These acts, rooted in Islamic values of charity, reveal Saudi society's deep commitment to generosity and compassion. You may have noticed that Saudi Arabia's warmth and kindness extend far beyond their food and everyday gestures. But what about the country's economic landscape that is undergoing such a transformation? Number 13. The economy, oil, wealth, and future prospects. Oil has been the backbone of Saudi Arabia's economy for decades, driving its growth and global influence. The country controls about 30% of the world's proven oil reserves, making it one of the richest nations in natural resources. This wealth has supported infrastructure projects and royal palaces and provided citizens with high per capita income, government subsidies, and access to healthcare and education. While oil remains a key driver, the kingdom acknowledges the need to diversify its economy. Recent reforms have expanded the entertainment sector, with cinemas reopening and tourist attractions like the Red Sea Project being developed to attract international visitors. Despite these efforts, Saudi Arabia's economy remains reliant on oil, and its diversification is still in the early stages. The country faces risks from fluctuating oil prices, the global transition to renewable energy, and the need to provide its young population with new skills. However, ongoing reforms in education, employment, and social policies, along with a growing tech startup scene, suggest a move towards a more dynamic and diversified economy. Number 12. Rules for behavior. Saudi Arabia is shaped by religious and cultural principles, with a legal system based on Islamic law that governs everything from dress to social behavior. Modesty is emphasized, and women traditionally wear the abaya, often with a headscarf or niqabi. Gender roles are clearly defined, and men and women typically live in separate social spheres. Alcohol is prohibited, and public displays of affection are not allowed. Penalties for violations vary by region, though cities like Riyadh and Jeddah have more mixed gender spaces. Despite these changes, modesty remains important. Number 11. Unique laws and prohibitions. Saudi Arabia enforces a distinct set of laws reflecting its cultural and religious values. Gambling, for instance, is strictly restricted, and those caught attempting to access online gambling sites via VPN face significant penalties, including fines and up to 6 months in security facilities. Books and media related to witchcraft are also restricted, as the kingdom considers promoting magic a serious offense, leading to restrictions on popular works like Harry Potter. Dietary restrictions are also rigorously enforced, adhering to religious guidelines. Pork products, including pork-flavored items, are strictly restricted, and even frog meat is restricted from importation. Public behavior follows similarly strict codes under the Public Decency Law, which mandates fines for actions like queue jumping and establishes dress codes for men and women. Men are discouraged from wearing shorts, while women must cover their shoulders and knees. Number 10. Family and marriage. In Saudi Arabia, family is the cornerstone of social life. Young couples often settle near their parents, creating close-knit communities in cities like Riyadh or Jeddah, where extended families live close together. This communal lifestyle preserves traditional values and strengthens familial bonds. Family influences nearly every aspect of life in Saudi culture, with multiple generations often living under one roof or nearby. Family gatherings, meals, and celebrations are frequent, reinforcing a sense of togetherness and mutual support. Marriage is a deeply ceremonial, family-centered event. Traditional Saudi weddings can last several days, with both the bride's and groom's families playing key roles. Family approval is crucial, and marital decisions are often guided by the families involved, especially for first marriages. In Saudi culture, marriage is viewed as the union of two families, not just two individuals, and parental consent is essential. While the practice of having multiple spouses is legally allowed, it is becoming increasingly rare due to changing attitudes, economic pressures, and legal reforms. This tradition is slowly declining, especially in urban areas. Number 9. Unique marriage customs. One of the marriage traditions in Saudi society is the al-anaya, where friends and family contribute financially to support the couple, with each person giving about $130, symbolizing shared responsibility. The groom also wears a bisht, a traditional cloak lent by family or friends if he doesn't own one, adding honor to the occasion. Weddings typically have separate celebrations for men and women, with only the groom and his father permitted to enter the women's section, respecting cultural norms. Festivities include the sword dance, a traditional performance where guests are invited to join in. A special shabka ceremony follows, where the groom gifts gold or jewelry to the bride's mother as a sign of commitment. After the wedding, the groom's family hosts a taiwal dinner, introducing the bride to extended family. Later, the community gathers for a Zawara celebration to congratulate the couple, strengthening social bonds. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Saudi Arabia, give this video a thumbs up because there's so much more to uncover. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights into life in the Middle East. Number 8. Inheritance inequality. In Saudi Arabia, inheritance laws are strictly governed by Islamic Sharia law, which outlines specific rules that often place women at a disadvantage compared to men. According to these laws, a daughter typically inherits half the amount that a son receives, in line with the Quranic directive that a male should inherit twice as much as a female. A wife is entitled to 1/8 of her deceased husband's estate if they have children, or 1/4 if they do not. These rules are based on the traditional belief that men are financially responsible for their families, justifying the larger share allotted to them. While deeply rooted in religious texts, these laws reinforce gender-based financial dependency and reflect broader societal roles that continue to shape the lives of women in modern Saudi Arabia. These inheritance practices highlight the ongoing challenge of balancing religious traditions with contemporary calls for gender equality. But with the deep-rooted traditions of inheritance inequality still in play, how long will it take for Saudi Arabia to address the growing call for change? As the country grapples with its past, it also contemplates its future. Could the same architectural ingenuity behind its mudbrick houses hold the key to reshaping societal norms? Number 7. Mudbrick houses. Mudbrick houses are iconic in Saudi Arabia, embodying a cultural legacy crafted from mud, straw, and palm wood. Primarily found in Najd, including Riyadh, these structures are more than just shelters. Their thick walls insulate interiors against desert extremes, staying cool by day and warm by night. In Riyadh's Al Dira district, remnants of these homes still stand near the Masmak fortress, hinting at the city's architectural past. Meanwhile, in the north, Al Ula hosts nearly 800 mudbrick and stone houses, some dating back 2,000 years. Once a hub on the Incense Road, Al Ula's homes reflect early builders' skill in creating climate-adaptive structures that endure to this day. In the mountainous Azir region, mudbrick homes called Tulul blend into the landscape. Known for their thick earthen walls, they feature vibrant Al-Khat al-Asiri designs, expressing the area's artistic heritage. What surprised you most about life in Saudi Arabia? Is there something you thought you knew that was different? Let's talk in the comments below. Number 6. Coffee culture. Saudi Arabia's coffee culture is deeply rooted in tradition and social ritual. Known locally as gawa or kawa, this coffee is made from lightly roasted Arabica beans, often spiced with cardamom, saffron, or cloves and served in small, handleless cups called finjan. This ritual represents hospitality and is central to social gatherings. In the year 2022, the Saudi Ministry of Culture named it the Year of Saudi Coffee, a campaign to highlight this cultural staple. The initiative also spotlighted coffee-growing regions like Jazan, Asir, and Al-Baha, aiming to boost local production. Saudi Arabia's coffee evolution parallels its societal changes while tradition remains strong, specialty coffee shops are emerging, and diverse brewing methods are becoming popular. This fusion of old and new reflects a broader cultural shift where tradition meets modernity in unexpected ways. Is this evolution the start of a new chapter for Saudi coffee? Number 5. Camel racing festivals. Camels are more than animals in Saudi Arabia, they're cultural icons. The King Abdulaziz Camel Festival, held annually in Al Sayahid, is a global event lasting 45 days. Thousands of camels compete for a prize pool of about $26 million. Alongside the races, cultural markets like Al Dana showcase Saudi heritage. In 2023, Saudi Arabia launched the Alula Camel Cup with a prize of over $21 million, aiming to make camel racing a global sport. Other events, like the Taif Crown Prince Camel Festival, highlight camel's importance to Saudi society. Modern races use technology, including GPS and robot jockeys, for fair competition. The country even declared 2024 as the Year of the Camel, celebrating its cultural and historical significance while boosting tourism and cultural exchange. Number 4. Restrictions on media and entertainment. Saudi Arabia's media and entertainment landscape has historically been restricted, though recent changes mark a shift. Cinemas, restricted for decades, were reintroduced in the year 2018, spurring rapid industry growth and multiplex openings in major cities, where international films are now regularly screened. Despite this progress, strict media rules persist, especially concerning music. Although Saudi Arabia has a music industry, public spaces like malls and schools avoid playing music due to cultural beliefs viewing it as haram in specific settings. Additionally, timing regulations restrict loud music within 20 minutes of prayer, with fines reaching up to 1,000 rials, around $266, if played during prayer. While the kingdom is making strides in entertainment, a powerful force continues to control what can and cannot be seen or heard in public spaces. But could the restrictions on education, particularly for women, reveal an even greater challenge that could reshape the future of the nation? Number 3. Access to education. Saudi Arabian women face a uniquely challenging set of rules when it comes to accessing education. Even though there have been recent reforms to enhance women's rights, many educational institutions still require women to get approval from a male guardian for simple actions like enrolling in courses, applying for scholarships, or traveling for academic purposes. This isn't always a legal requirement, but is often rooted in deep-seated societal expectations. In addition, strict gender segregation is enforced in educational settings, meaning women and men usually attend separate classes and have limited interaction with male faculty members. While the Saudi government has rolled out initiatives under Vision in the year 2030 to boost women's participation in higher education, these efforts are often seen as more symbolic than effective. Persistent gender segregation and cultural expectations continue to create significant barriers. Number 2. Unique dining etiquette. In Saudi Arabia, dining customs aren't just about eating, they're a reflection of deep-rooted respect and unity. Ever wondered why there's such a distinct way of sharing a meal here? Firstly, all eating and passing of items are done with the right hand, as the left is reserved for personal hygiene. Meals are shared from a single large platter, with each person only taking from the section directly in front of them to maintain cleanliness and respect. Hand washing before and after meals is a tradition that emphasizes hygiene, and meals are often enjoyed while seated on the floor, cross-legged around the shared platter. This setup fosters a sense of equality, where everyone, regardless of status, sits at the same level. Leaving food on your plate? That's discouraged. Taking only what you can finish shows respect for the host and gratitude for the meal. These customs offer a unique glimpse into Saudi values, respect, community, and mindfulness in everyday life. Number 1. No Valentine's Day or other Western celebrations. Saudi Arabia once banned Western celebrations like Valentine's Day, seeing them as conflicting with Islamic values. The religious police actively confiscated gifts like red roses and heart-shaped items to prevent the adoption of these customs. However, since 2018, social reforms have reduced the religious police's powers, and Valentine's Day has slowly become more accepted. By 2020, florists and restaurants began offering promotions for the holiday. This shift reflects Saudi Arabia's evolving identity and a move toward modernization, challenging its traditionally conservative image. If you found today's video interesting, don't hesitate to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Your support is very important to us. Be sure to check out the next video appearing on your screen. You're sure to love the content we bring. Please leave a comment about which country you'd like us to explore next. Thank you for watching, and see you in the latest video. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.